Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today's topic is critical discourse analysis. What is critical discourse analysis and how critical discourse analysis works? So, shortly, it is known as CDA. CDA means critical discourse analysis. So, firstly, we will know about discourse analysis or discourse studies. So, it has been discussed with you that it is discourse analysis is the study of discourse, that how we do analysis of a discourse, of a speech, in the form of writing, in the form of speaking, whatsoever, in short, verbal or non-verbal. So when we do analysis of a discourse, of a speech, so it is known as a discourse analysis. In discourse analysis, we don't go so deep to discuss all these things. In short, we discuss surfacely some kind of thing, that what kind of situation, who is speaking to whom. So all these things are discussed in discourse analysis, and we discuss some kinds of propositions, some kinds of symbols, some kinds of pictures, and so on. All these things are also discussed in the discourse analysis. Semiotic mean the study of sign and symbol. Sometimes we have to do analysis of some kinds of symbols, some kinds of signs. So that could be discussed in discourse. Like that symbols and signs also can change the meaning of a conversation, the meaning of a discourse. Sometimes we say yes, but the expression of or face shows that we are puzzled, we are disturbed, and so on. So all these things discussed in the discourse analysis. Text linguistics is a very closely related field to discourse analysis, but it is different from discourse analysis. Why? In text, we just focus on the text, social scenario of the text, the writer of the text, to whom he addresses, the audience of the text. But in discourse analysis, we have to focus on a lot of things like social environment, like we have to focus on symbols, signs, gestures, and so many things in discourse. Why? In this, I mean that when we talk about spoken discourse, in spoken discourse, we use our body, we use some kind of gesture. So text is a closely related field. Related field mean that it is very closely related to discourse. The essential difference between discourse analysis and text linguistics is that discourse analysis aims to revealing socio-psychological characteristics, mean that the ideological characteristics of a society, of a person. That in a society, person to person, they speak, they act, they act so many different way. So it is different from the text structure. So discourse analysis has been taken up in a variety of disciplines. So every discipline, every subject have their own discourse, and it is discussed, it is analyzed differently from one discipline to another. Why? Because their culture, their language, their vocabulary, their register are being changed from each other. So when we do analysis, when we do critical discourse analysis of all these things, so the methodology, when we discuss in these analysis, so it could be different from each other. Why? Because as I told you, that the disciplines of all subjects change from each other. Like that in English literature, discuss some kinds of society, the reflection of society, but in human geography, it is being discussed that the surrounding of an area of a society. So discourse analysis needs to be analyzed, to be according to the context. Like that it is the study of real language used by real speaker in real situation. That it has been focus on three things. First one is language, second one is text, and third one is context. So all these things are very necessary for discourse analysis. So if we want to do analysis of a discourse, of a text, of a spoken discourse, so we have to need to focus on the real language in a real situation, like it has been discussed in our daily life. Why? Because in our daily life we speak according to ideology, and ideology is affected by our society, so we speak accordingly to our society, what they say to speak. So, firstly, we discuss discourse. What is discourse? Discourse is any extended speech, a sentence, a spoken sentence, a written sentence, that is discourse. Then we study discourse analysis. Discourse analysis means that when we do analysis of real language in real situation, so that is no discourse analysis. Now we have to discuss critical discourse analysis. So it is a kind of analysis that we do analysis of things that out of sight, that not existed in on the surface, that we have to go beyond the limit. I mean to say that we have to see some deep meaning and deep use of language, science, and symbols of a language of a discourse. So that is known as critical discourse analysis. As critical discourse analysis explore the connection between the use of a language in social context, that in what kind of situation the language has been spoken or written by someone. Doing critical discourse analysis means that what is the work, what is the purpose of critical discourse analysis. So it is not included only to describe the interpretation of a context, but also it explains that why and how discourses work, where someone say, what someone says, and what does it mean. So we work on the explanation, description, and interpretation of a discourse. So CDA means critical discourse analysis might commence by deciding what discourse type or genre of the text. Why? Because it tells us about the social context of ideological, of socio-psychological scenario. So the analysis may consider the framing of text, that in what situation it has been produced. The objective of CDA to perceive language used as social practice. So social practice mean according to ideological. So we use ideology in our communication, in our discourse. So it is being discussed by the CDA. So the user of language do not function in isolation, but in a set of culture, social, and psychological framework. You know that when someone say a sentence, when someone talks or writes, so it doesn't mean that the person discuss a single thing. So deeply or surfacely, the person discuss his culture and his social, his ideological, sociological, all these things are being discussed in the use of discourse. So CDA accept this social context and studies the connection between textual structure and tact. This social context into account to explore the link between textual structure and their function in interaction within society. That what kind of structure text and the structure of the text has been produced, and what social context, and what does mean of that social context in different structure. So, as I told you that different textual structure have different meanings in different social contexts. So if we change the social context of this text, so it changes the meaning of the text. Why? Because every society have their own ideology. I told you before that language user do not function in isolation, but in a set of function, that what all these mean. The first thing is psychological, second one is culture, and third one is social. So the group of these things made that what kind of language has been used, with whom, for whom, and the purpose of the language in a specific context. So you know that psychological mean that all the ideas, all the ideological factor are fixed in our mind, in our psychology, and we produce it according to the culture. Why? Because our our psychology is shaped by our culture, and we act in society according to the social values and norms, and all these things make discourse analysis. A society is constituted by a group of people, by a society. In that society, some kind of people live, and they produce some kind of ideology, and they live according to that ideology. So that's why we say that it is the amalgamation of two things. First one is language in socially context, and according to our psychology, according to our ideology. And language is constituent of the society on various level. A division proposed by Fair Club is that of social identity, social relation, and system of knowledge and beliefs. You know that in a society we have an identity, and that identity has been given to us according to our power, according to our language, according to our gender. So that make a social relation and with other people, with the society, and belief is also has been fixed in that social identity and that social relation in that specific context. As you know that in literature, when we have to do some kind of interpretation, so we have to focus on something that are hidden from us, and we have to highlight all these hidden things. Like this in critical discourse analysis, we have to discuss all hidden things which has been produced in a discourse by someone, by a society. So critical means that to show the connection of causes which are hidden, so that what are the effects of that thing on the discourse, and why it is important to expose the hidden things. So it has been discussed, and it is the work of CDA, critical discourse analysis. There are three stages of a CDA, critical discourse analysis. So the first one is description. It shows that stage which is concerned with the formal properties of the text, that we have to focus on the text, our spoken discourse. So what kind of language has been produced by whom. And then interpretation is concerned with the relationship between text and interaction, mean the person who is producing the text or the spoken, and the person who is receiving. And the third one, explanation, concerned with the relationship between interaction and social context. So in social context is very necessary, because we understand the hidden meanings and the using of signs and symbols in a particular social context. You know that each and every society have their own particular symbols and signs, and they use for their own purpose according to their own ideology. So in short, that critical discourse analysis means that it has to discuss and it has to evaluate the hidden use of discourse, and it has to go beyond the limitation of just text. It does not only focus on the text, but what has been used hiddenly by by a speaker or a writer.